talking.
WSM.
Looking for Retirement Renegade with Andrew Winnett? Well, be sure to tune in at his new time on Sunday mornings at 7:30 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Prepare today so you can do the things that you have always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sundays at 7:30 to Retirement Renegade with Andrew Winnett. Firm provides insurance services.
Spots are disappearing fast. Wedding and prom photography dates are almost gone. Patty's Studio, with 20 years experience right here in Nashville, is booking now for weddings, proms, birthdays, group photos, and photo shoots to remember your Nashville vacation. We offer packages for all and photos you'll treasure forever. Don't risk losing your date. Call Patty's Studio at 615-870-7867 to book now. That's Patty's Studio, 615-870-7867. Capture the moment today.
From the Simply Superior Studio, inside the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM, Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Secretary of the Navy John Phelan is out as the U.S. war in Iran nears the 2-month mark. He was removed from his position Wednesday, with reporting indicating the dismissal followed tensions with Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. Peace talks between Israel and Lebanon will resume today in Washington, D.C. Arab news outlets say Lebanon is expected to push for an extension to the ceasefire that's expected to expire on Sunday. Ticketmaster is giving Harry Styles fans a second chance to see him live at Madison Square Garden. The company made the announcement Wednesday, saying Styles' residency was a huge target for scalpers. They noted that thousands of illegal tickets were canceled following the initial sale of tickets. Fans will be able to request tickets for the original price set by the tour, ranging from $50 to $130. Registration opens April 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano Di Pietro. Sunshine returns again today. Temperatures are in the 80s this afternoon. Tonight we fall down to the 50s and 60s for the overnight low. It's a First Alert weather day tomorrow. The severe weather risk is now mainly west of I-65. We'll have a few rain showers in the afternoon, and then in the evening we'll toss in a strong thunderstorm that could produce some high wind gusts and heavier downpours. Showers will continue off and on through our Friday night into early on Saturday. Saturday afternoon we'll dry things out. We'll stay dry Sunday. Then there's another risk for strong thunderstorms coming Monday night.
Lots of sunshine, 64 degrees here in America's Music City. Quick check of sports, and we will start with NBA playoff action. And the Detroit Pistons ended an NBA record streak that they were very happy to end. They beat Orlando last night, 98-83. The Pistons had an NBA record 11 straight home playoff losses till they finally got that win last night. And Oklahoma City beat Phoenix 120-107. The Thunder lead that series 2-0. Dallas and Minnesota played the game of the night in the NHL playoffs. They went double overtime. There have been a lot of double overtimes in this first round. Dallas won last night 4-3. And the Braves, they beat the Nationals 8-6 in Washington last night. Michael Harris II with 2 home runs to lead Atlanta. That's sports.
Bill Cody in the morning. WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun this morning. Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching on Circle Country or maybe our live stream around the world, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We doing, Annie, are we doing the TikTok again today, too? We're doing the TikTok as well. You can't escape us. So I'm Charlie Matos. That's Annie Nye. And welcome, good morning, our guest host this morning, Grand Ole Opry star, Susie Bogguss. I was just going to say, for every introduction now, or article, or bio,
it's true.
Those 4 words, if "ole" is a word, will be part of it. How cool is that?
It's so cool, and it's like I get an extra round of applause at my shows and stuff because somebody will bring it up, and then it just it's like, cool. I'm liking this. I feel very special.
Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us this
I'm
morning.
glad to be here.
Are you well, you've come caffeinated, which is always good.
Yes,
now we have coffee, but I like when people, you know.
Yes, well, I figured you'd warm me up if I needed it.
Yes.
But I had it. I had a long drive over here from Franklin, so I had to have something to get me. I didn't want to, be driving groggy. That's not safe.
No. Some days longer than others, depending on Nashville traffic, too. I mean, you never know what that's the roll of the dice. You're either 20 minutes early or an hour late. It's almost impossible to be on time.
It's really true. And our son went to school in downtown Nashville, and so we had it timed down to, you have to be at the interstate by 5 till 7. Otherwise, if you get there at 7, you're not. It's going to be a long, long drive. Wow. So fortunately, I kind of remembered that.
Did he go to Hume-Fogg?
He went to USN.
Oh, okay. Oh, that
Yes.
is downtown as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of good schools downtown.
Yeah.
I lived downtown for almost 20 years.
Did you really?
Yeah, right on 2nd Avenue. If you remember the old thermal plant, Market Street Apartments was right across the street.
Wow.
And it's where the Four Seasons Hotel is now.
Wow, and how cool to live downtown, but now it's like that's prime property.
That's why it's the
I'm
Four
not-
Seasons Hotel and not Market Street Apartments anymore.
Exactly.
Are you a morning person in general? Was this an easy wake up?
Yeah, I am. It's not uncommon for me to wake up at 5:30 and just get up because I'm spinning. I might as well get up. I got a million miles going inside there, so it's like sometimes I'll get up, and I really enjoy watching the skies light up. As the morning comes in, it's kind of a cool feeling.
Yeah.
It's just but I don't look like I've been awake. But I worked in the yard all day yesterday, and so I'm having a little allergy attack. So I didn't bring my guitar because I was going to sound like Rod Stewart, and you wouldn't be convinced.
Well, you could do Maggie May. That'd be kind of cool, right?
That's a cool song.
Annie has been dying with allergies this week.
I've never had allergies before, but oh my gosh, I think they're coming on for the first time.
Yeah.
And I've been here 6 years now, so that's about when people say, maybe Charles says the ragweed will start to affect.
Also, it's like you hit a certain spot, like in your 20s, and it starts to get you.
Yeah, well, here I am.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Yes.
It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. I've got all the allergy meds in my bag now.
You see my eyes are just like they're constantly crying. I try to play it up, like if I'm singing a sad song or stuff, I'll just be like, this one really gets my heart.
Yeah, I had no allergies when I moved here. I mean, nothing in Rhode Island. 9 years in Miami, nothing. And even the first few here, but eventually they wear you down.
That was the same way it was for me. It didn't get me until, I don't know, it's like we're in some kind of a little basin or something.
Yes, yeah. Well, unfortunately, I talk and you sing, and those are two things you kind of need a voice for.
I know it. And for me, the hardest thing is if my nose is stuffed up. It's really hard to sing with your nose stuffed up. I mean, even if I'm a little scratchy, I can usually power through. But if my nose is stuffed up and everything is like, take me home, country road. It's like just like all the N's and D's turn into D's. I mean, all the N's turn into D's.
Lily Tomlin from Laugh-In back in the day.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you are back at the Opry tomorrow night.
Yes.
Opry Country Classics tonight, by the way, 7 o'clock. Larry Gatlin will be your host. But tomorrow, along with Susie, Opry star T. Graham Brown will be there, Daly and Vincent, Charlie McCoy, and the Whites. And the special guests include Wendy Moten, Cassius Culpepper, and Jackie Lee. Oh, good to see Jackie Lee back on the Opry, too.
This is going to be fun.
Wendy was a recent guest of yours on Wind Down Wednesday.
She's been to do Wind Down Wednesday, and that was a lot of fun. She is such an amazing singer, and a really fun person to be around. Just like she's deep, but she's also lighthearted. So I enjoy her. So
yeah, I find that if you find an artist that you love, eventually they will lead you to another artist that you will love. And for me, Vince Gill is the one who first turned me on to Wendy, and because she started sitting in with the Time Jumpers, and I'm like, oh my, how have I not heard this voice before?
I know. Same thing for me. It's like I ended up doing something at the CMA theater that she was on as well. I think maybe, I don't know if it was John Prine or something, one of those kinds of things. And oh no, it was a Hank Williams thing for his 100th anniversary.
Okay.
And that's because listening to her sing Hank Williams is just like, holy moly. Yeah. She got it down.
Well, we're going to rewind to the Opry stage.
Okay.
And this song was a game changer for you early in your career. Cheryl Wheeler was the writer on it. And Aces and it did kind of change everything, right?
It did. Because I had been signed to the record label by one group of people. And then they kind of shifted and a whole new crew came in. And I was kind of like the leftovers, and they weren't sure if I was going to warm up good or if I was going to taste as good afterwards, but it worked out.
Yeah,
And,
they made up their mind pretty quick after this one.
Yeah. What this was is the place where they understood me and I understood them, and then we clicked and we knew this is what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
So that was great.
From the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, Susie Bogguss and Aces.
Well, my old friend said to me, I ain't being what I'm supposed to be. Well, I don't know, it could be true. I know I wasn't always there for you, and now you're ready to walk out. You're ready to run. Talk to me, can't you see? I would never want to do what it seems I've done. You can't deal me the aces and think I wouldn't play. Don't let this be the reason you would walk away. The things you think I should do, I've never understood that part of you. You know I've tried to be a friend, but you feel undermined and hurt again. Now don't let it convince you. Please don't take it to heart. Compromise and realize you can never really run everything you start. You can't deal with the aces and think I wouldn't play. Don't let this be the reason you would walk away. Yes, I said I couldn't see how things could turn out like they've come to be. And if I lied, and if I knew, well, I was only trying to think of you. And now you're ready to walk out. You're ready to run. Talk to me, can't you see? I would never want to do what it seems I've done. You can't deal me the aces and think I wouldn't play. Don't let this be the reason you would walk away. Don't let this be the reason you would walk away. you. Thanks so much.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Fantastic. That must have been quite a show.
Presented in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Wildflowers and wild horses.
Hey everybody, it's Lainey Wilson. I hope you'll visit my exhibit at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. The exhibit follows my story from my hometown of Baskin, Louisiana, to the years I spent working to make it in Nashville. The exhibit is now open. Visit countrymusichofoffame.org for details.
Get ready, Middle Tennessee. The Nashville Flea Market is back this weekend at the Fairgrounds Nashville. Shop over 200 vendors, indoors and outdoors, rain or shine. Find antiques, vintage clothing, toys, baked goods, and so much more. Doors open Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free entry, just $10 cash for parking. Don't miss the best deals in town at the Nashville Flea Market. Happening this weekend only at the Fairgrounds Nashville, the place to show and sell.
The legendary Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. All the good times. The Farewell Tour. 60 Years of Dirt. May 13th at Opry House. Celebrate the band's 60th anniversary with a special night of hits. On sale now at Opry.com. Grammy Award-winning Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And special guests. The new EP, Night After Night. Available now.
For the love of Tennessee at dawn. For the love of the fight. For the love of having nowhere else you'd rather be. For the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
It is a beautiful Thursday morning here in America's Music City. In fact, I think I'm sounding like on repeat because every morning I have said that. It has been a gorgeous spring week, especially in the cool mornings here in Nashville. I'm Charlie Matos, that's Annie Nye, and Susie Bogguss is our guest host this morning on Coffee, Country, and Cody. You were just saying off the air, you've had a busy spring, a lot of gigs.
Yeah. It's been a really good season. We kind of planned it out that way, and I was nervous about it at first. It's like, am I going to be sad? Because, I like to work in my yard, so I was just concerned I wasn't going to get all the stuff done. But mostly we were gone Wednesday through Sunday, and so it gave me a couple of days to still get out there and get in my little teeny greenhouse. I have a greenhouse that's like, I don't know, 6 by 6 or something.
Oh,
it's
wow.
teeny.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of like my little she shack or whatever you call it, she shed, whatever. Go out there with my coffee and look at my plants and talk to them, tell them, hey, you're almost an inch tall now. You look great.
I heard that's really good for plants.
Encourage them?
Yes, I really have heard that you have to talk to them and love them, and they will grow better and faster and stronger.
My husband thinks I'm insane because I talk to the entire yard. Like I've named all my trees. I mean, it's like I kind of name them like, we have this huge oak tree in our backyard. I mean, it was there when we moved there 33 years ago. And it was just, I don't know, it was probably 10 feet tall, and now it's probably, 60 feet tall. And I call it Barry Oakley after the bass player Barry Oakley. So every one of them has a little nickname, and we have lots of magnolias. So I've had to name them Maggie May, and and Magnolia, and different names, so Mags.
Yeah. I was just with Maggie Rose last night at the Grand Ole.
I got to get a new one to name
right?
after Maggie Rose. I love her.
Yeah, what a voice, huh?
Oh, I'm so impressed with her. I love her so much.
Yeah.
And the songs, too,
Since the last time we visited, we have gotten some really sad news in our Opry family. Our buddy Don Schlitz passed away, and I'm still gutted by that.
Oh, all of us, yes.
But what a good soul.
Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, even if he had never written a song and I had him in my life, it would be devastating because he just was just so good inside and out. Just such a really profoundly caring person, funny as heck, but then his talent on top of that, and the way that he was so. I mean, did you just look through that list of songs? It's just amazing. But the ability to tap into our relationships and our emotions and the things that we feel, and like he did, and also make it lively and not all maudlin. A lot of lively songs that still took on some kind of important parts of our lives. But we're gonna miss him so much, and I'm so sad because of just getting into the Opry, and the night that Kathy invited me, he came up to me and gave me a big hug and said, "I'm so glad you found steady work."
Oh, that's great.
And I'm never going to forget that. And I'm just going to miss his cute face popping into the dressing room every time. So sad.
The beauty of Don is, too, I think, whether you've known him for many years or met him once, you've got a connection and a story,
So true.
Yeah.
That's very fitting.
Yeah. Another one of our dear friends just went through a health scare. I hadn't heard from her in a while, and I saw Gretchen Peters post that, oh my gosh, had to take time off the road. And
I know.
It was when I read the lines, throat cancer is not what you want as a singer. I'm like, oh dear Lord. But apparently he's doing okay, I hope.
She's doing good. It was very painful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very painful thing. She had one tonsil removed and then a lymph. So I went to see her. It was sad. I love her so much. She's just one of the strongest people I've ever seen in my whole life, even though she, again, can get really into the emotions that we have. But to see her just really, feeding tube the whole deal, that was really hard for me. And so anyway, she's tough as nails, and she's coming back, and she's, she's swallowing again, which that was a big deal.
Yeah.
I was happy to hear about it.
She's a Floridian now. She and Barry, right?
They have moved down there. They're saying full time, and I believe them because I've been to the house, and it's gorgeous.
It feels full time.
It's right on this bay, and it's like you get there and just all you want to do is stare out the window the whole time and play with the dog, because they have Oliver, who's their English lab. He's just so lovable. So.
I love her sense of humor. She and Barry guest hosted several times on
Yeah,
Coffee Country
I
and
knew
Cody.
that they did. I wanted to listen to one of them, and we had a flight that day.
And we played "My Baby Loves Me," Martina.
Yes.
And she goes, my one happy song.
That's so true. That's so true.
So we're going to rewind to the Opry in just a minute with your dear friend, and you referenced she's the one who invited you to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry, Kathy Mattea.
Yeah.
And we're going to do "Love at the Five and Dime," which is an incredible Nancy Griffith song.
Beautiful.
And you also have such a deep Nancy Griffith connection with Outbound
Yes.
Plane. So give me a Nancy Griffith story.
Oh wow! Well, Nancy. Nancy had a unique kind of way about her, and I worked around her. I worked with her a little bit, but for me, the pinnacle of the time that I remember the most was she had a ladies' tea at her house, and it was bring a young songwriter with you, and it was the coolest concept.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing one at my house a couple of years later. We need to keep it back up. We need to keep doing it. And we should probably name it after Nancy, because she came up with it. But it was Emmylou Harris, and it was Matresa, and it was all of us bringing, somebody there like Elizabeth Cook or Erin Enderlin, who were in college. They were just little urchins at the time.
Yep.
And so it was really fun because you got to meet all these people, and then we honestly had tea and the little sandwiches and all that whole deal, but mostly it was just yakking about the business and what it's like to be on the road and all the different aspects of being a singer and songwriter, because most of these gals were also artists themselves.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's probably 40 people there, something like that. And it was just like the concept, was very Nancy. She just was a kind person who also was a very big advocate for women using their voices.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
It was great.
That. Yeah. Well, this was a gem from her.
Oh, yes, it was.
To the Opry stage with Kathy Mattea.
So Nancy Griffith wrote this song. I recorded it in the 80s, back when I had a big perm like all the rest of y'all did too. And she changed my life, so I'm gonna send this up to her wherever she is tonight. Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counter shine. And Eddie was a sweet romancer and a darn good dancer. And they'd waltz the aisles at the 5 and dime. Now Eddie played the steel guitar, and his mama cried 'cause he played in the bars. He kept young Rita out late at night. So they married up in Abilene, lost a child in Tennessee. Oh, and still that love survived. 'Cause they'd say, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me, 'cause it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Now one of the boys in Eddie's band took a shine to Rita's hand. So Eddie ran off at the bass band's wife. Oh, but he was back by June, singing a different tune and sporting Miss Rita back by his side. And he said, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me, 'cause it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Eddie traveled with the barroom bands till arthritis took his hands, and now he sells insurance on the side. And Rita's got a house to keep, dime store novels and a love so sweet. They dance to the radio late at night, and they say, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Oh, y'all sing with us, would you? Dance a little closer to me, 'cause it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me, 'cause it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Oh, love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Oh.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Unlike anything anyone has ever heard before.
WSM.
We're talking today with Jeff Roberts of Jeff Roberts and Associates, the working man's lawyer. A driver's reckless decision shouldn't ruin your life. Make them pay.
Jeff, I was hit by a drunk driver, and now I have hospital bills, car repairs, and I can't work. What are my options?
Drunk driving accidents cause serious harm, and the driver should be held responsible. Oftentimes, you're dealing with their insurance company on the front end, separate from any criminal charges. And sometimes we even find that the driver was overserved at a restaurant or a bar. You may be entitled to compensation for your injuries, lost wages, and pain and suffering.
Well, their insurance company already offered me money, but it really doesn't seem like enough.
It probably isn't. Insurance companies want to settle fast and cheap. We fight to get you the full amount you deserve because your future depends on it. Give me a call today at 615-425-4400 or visit us online at middletninjury.com.
Jeff Roberts and Associates, the working man's lawyer. Find them online at middletninjury.com.
Good Thursday morning. This is Holly Thompson with your WSMV4 News Update. If you lost your job during January's devastating ice storm, help is out there. Disaster unemployment assistance is now available for 29 Tennessee counties. Now, you must submit all required documents within 21 days of starting your application, and that includes your Social Security number, a copy of your most recent federal income tax form, and documents proving you were working or self-employed during the winter storm. Now, you can apply online or by phone. We do have the information. It's all in our WSMV4 News app. Today's another half day for Beach High School students in Sumner County due to HVAC problems the school's been working to fix. Students will have a virtual day tomorrow. The director of schools says during the ice storm, the school lost power, causing both their buildings' cooling towers to freeze. That damaged those units. With temperatures rising into the 80s, the school brought in 62 portable AC units, cooling the buildings a bit, but many students say it hasn't helped enough. The district says it anticipates the installation process will be completed by tomorrow. Schools expected to resume with their normal schedule next week. More people are going to the hospital because of tick bites and the sickness that comes with that. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention saying people are ending up in the emergency room for tick bites at the highest rate in nearly a decade. When you're outdoors, going on a hike, especially near tall grass, health officials remind you wear tick repellent, protective clothing, and avoid brushing against the tall grass. And you can follow updates on these stories and the latest on your First Alert forecast. It's all in the WSMV4 News app. From the WSMV4 Newsroom, I'm Holly Thompson.
WSM weather. From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Sunshine returns again today. Temperatures in the 80s this afternoon and a little bit breezy. Tonight will fall down to the 50s and 60s for the overnight low. It's still a First Alert weather day for tomorrow. Now we'll have a few showers in the afternoon. The risk of a strong storm west of I-65 in the evening.
67 degrees, lots of sunshine here in Nashville. Let's start with some baseball. The Braves, after having their 6-game winning streak snapped on Tuesday, back to winning ways. 8-6 yesterday over the Washington Nationals, and a lot of home run power in this one. 2 for Michael Harris II. Matt Olson, Drake Baldwin also went long. They'll wrap up that series with a noon matinee, and then the Braves head home tomorrow to play the Phillies at Truist Park. The Phillies are not playing good ball. The Cubs are playing great ball. Chicago's won 8 in a row. Philadelphia's lost 8 in a row. At Wrigley yesterday, the Cubs won 7-2. During that 8-game winning streak, they have outscored their opponents 58-20, and the Mets beat the Twins, ending their longest losing streak in 22 years.
This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Well, welcome in on a gorgeous Thursday morning here in Nashville. Susie Bogguss, Grand Ole Opry star, is our guest host this morning on Coffee, Country, and Cody. She'll be at the Opry tomorrow. And tonight is Opry Country Classics with Larry Gatlin as your host, so please come hang out with us there. Having a lot of fun playing some great Opry cuts this morning, and in just a little bit we're going to feature Megan Maroney and Jamie Johnson with an all-time classic. Bonnie Raitt had the monster hit on it,
right.
but it was written by the great John Prine.
Yeah. And I actually saw Megan and Jamie do that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a clip maybe from the Opry that was on my socials.
Yep.
And I just thought it was fantastic. You know, it's just so nice to see things like from my time get carried on. You know, it's like back in the day, we really liked to sing those songs.
You know, the only time in my life I have ever been truly in the front row at a concert was at the Opry House, but it was Bonnie Raitt. And Lyle Lovett was opening.
Oh, my God.
But John Prine came out and did Angel from Montgomery with her.
What a night.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
I found it a little disarming, though. I did not enjoy, because I think the fact that I knew they could see me as easily as I could see them made me very self-conscious. Like, I needed to go, I would not get up to go to the restroom or to get anything to drink. I couldn't possibly yawn no matter how tired I was.
No.
So,
yeah. I think that's for certain people.
Uh-huh.
And me, I like to sit right smack in the middle, because I think wherever the sound man has like control right behind me, I feel like that's going to be kind of the sweet spot. But I don't really know. But when I went to see Bonnie Raitt, I was right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. When you play, how far can you normally see? Can you see the first couple of rows depending on the lights?
Usually like 3, maybe 4, something like that. But
that's crazy, because I'll be in the 12th row and I'll be like, we made eye contact.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, she just looked at me.
You know what? That is actually a thing. Like, I try really hard to make sure that people feel like I'm connecting with them, and I'm reaching out from my heart too when I'm doing it, because I really want them to feel like even if I can't make out your face through the whole show, there's always something, a light goes off here or there, something moving light or whatever, and you see somebody's face, and I try really hard to make it feel like this is the first time I ever sang this song, and it's just for you.
One of my guilty pleasures, we're going to go see Barry Manilow.
That's great.
It got
Oh my gosh.
rescheduled because he's actually dealing with some cancer issues. So the February shows, they had to reschedule for August. But he's so self-deprecating, because he does a whole bit on, like, the people who have been with him all this time and are seeing him maybe for the 10th time, and the people who are literally being dragged to the arena to see him, because they're clearly not there to see him. They're there with the person who is there to see him. So every once in a while, can you look out and say, oh yeah, you're here with her, or she's here with you, one or the other, right?
Usually it's mostly the Christmas show.
Okay.
Because it does seem like there are certain people who love a Christmas show, and I do a half and half with mine. I still do hits and things like that in there, but there's an awful lot of times that I'll look out there and see the guy, and he's just like,
this is enough Christmas for me.
Yes, I'm done now, and I'll do my best. In fact, I will even start the show by saying, my goal is to get you. By the time that we're done with this thing, you're going to be singing along and smiling. You Grinch, you.
Well, one of the great series we have started over the last couple of years at the Opry is Opry Country Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, we do 10 or 11 of them every year, and I love being a part of that. Yeah.
I did Christmas Eve one year. It was
at the Opry?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And my mom was in town, and it was the most fabulous Christmas. It was so fantastic. It was just like, we just had a blast. And then, you go home and go to midnight mass and all that. We didn't do mass. Presbyterians don't do mass. But
I learned, being Catholic, I learned the hard way that mass is a very Catholic proprietary word.
It's different.
Because people laughed at me when I would say, are we going to go to mass? And I said, well, we don't do mass, but yes, we're going to church. So I'm like, this is a true story. When I first moved to town, God's honest the truth. One of our salespeople at WLAC, the first AM station where I worked in town, just out of the blue goes, "You Christian?" And I go, "Well, yes, I'm a Catholic." And with no humor whatsoever said, "Close enough."
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, "Ooh, okay. Well,
oh my goodness.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy."
Wow.
Toto, here we go.
You have to wake up to that. My best friend in school, like from forever, was Catholic. So I have been to many, many masses. In fact, we ended up, being in a small town is like we only had one priest. And so,
sure.
Of course,
Everybody
knew that priest. He resided over whenever a Catholic person married a, whatever we're called,
Non-Catholic.
Non-Catholic,
Yeah.
just non-Catholic. It's fine. Yeah, he would always be there too, just to make sure everything was okay. And I don't think it was just about the reception food. I think he wanted to be there.
Oh, yeah. Well, most Catholic weddings, open bar. That's the beauty there, too. So,
that's true.
Let's go to the Opry. Megan Maroney and Jamie Johnson.
True that.
I am in a woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this whole house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a long way to go.
You were a young girl, I was just an old cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a free living man. That was a long time, and no matter how I tried, them years just flow by like some broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them there buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work every morning, come home each evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Jamie Johnson, y'all. Love you, Megan Maroney.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hey, did you happen to catch the show today? I was on fire.
Presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I'd check beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Spring Black Friday is on at the Home Depot. Save on grills and patio sets that will be sure to bring your hosting game up a notch. Fire up your feast with help from the Home Depot and save on grills. Like the Next Grill 4-burner propane gas grill was $249, now in special buy for $199. Or give everyone the best seat in the yard with the Hampton Bay Mayfield Park 4-piece conversation set for only $399. Save on grills and patio sets with low prices guaranteed during Spring Black Friday only at the Home Depot. Now through April 22nd, while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Springer Mountain Farms is a brand people trust. They're American in every sense of the word and take great pride in producing simply superior Springer Mountain Farms chicken for you and your family. Hi, this is Bill Cody. At Springer Mountain Farms, the best flavor and quality are guaranteed. They have a long-standing commitment to using 100% U.S.-grown corn and soybeans to feed their chickens, and they raise their chickens responsibly on family farms in the hills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. All Springer Mountain Farms practices and procedures are American Humane certified. Springer Mountain Farms' Simply Superior chicken is always all natural and never fed any animal byproducts, antibiotics, or hormones. At Springer Mountain Farms, they do it all to feed you, America, Simply Superior Springer Mountain Farms chicken. Visit SpringerMTN.com to find Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior chicken at a store or restaurant near you. And experience the Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior difference today.
Here's a performance from a recent episode of Opry Live on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Always check the door before you lay down. Keep a glass of water by the bed. A dose of local honey. Keep your nose from running. Little things like that she's always said. Never back up farther than you have to. And pray for those that don't have a prayer. And honey, trust yourself. You better love yourself. Till you do, you ain't no good for anybody else. Honey, boys are dumb, but you gonna find you one. You'll love him hard and bless your heart. Need someone to listen. That's why I leave a light on in the kitchen. Pancakes just taste better after midnight. You make friends, always be colorblind. Your freckles make you pretty. There's more to life than being skinny. You feel bad, it's mostly in your mind. So honey, trust yourself. You better love yourself. 'Cause till you do, you ain't no good to anybody else. And honey, boys are dumb, but you're gonna find you one. You'll love him hard and bless your heart. Need someone to listen. That's why I leave a light on in the kitchen. Honey, trust yourself. Laugh at yourself. If something tries to hold you back, get up and give it hell. And for heaven's sake, always have a place you can do some crying and always leave a light on in the
Asha McBride from the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, and she is a Grand Ole Opry star. Opry star Susie Bogguss is our guest host this morning. I sometimes, when I try and explain to someone who maybe has never been, just the true magic of the Opry, there's a ton of examples you could use because something really great happens every night. But I go back to her debut when she did Girl Going Nowhere and got so emotional in the circle. I still can get goosebumps watching it.
I need to find that.
Oh,
see it.
She's
got the biggest heart.
Yeah.
I just love her so much.
It'll make you misty-eyed.
She and I have something in common from the Opry just recently. There's this little girl. She's 10 years old. She's from Oklahoma and lives out in the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw Ashley getting ready to leave, and she'd been there to see Ashley, but she'd done the tour.
Uh-huh.
And so she told Ashley that she knew this song of hers. And Ashley took her guitar out of her case, sat down on the floor with her, and sang with her.
Well, you would walk out, right?
Right.
Yes.
And Sawyer June is her name.
Uh-huh.
And she's adorable, and she is dedicated. I mean, she's a hardworking little singer. And I had met her when I was getting on a plane, and she got on the plane and sang to me on the plane. And so I videotaped it. She got, on the little mic from the flight attendant. And so I videotaped it. And in one day, it had 125,000 clicks. And so now she has her own website and everything. And I will not be surprised if we see her on the Opry stage before she hits 15.
Grand Ole Opry debut, Sawyer June, right?
Sawyer June.
Wow.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of those Opry
and
moments.
Ashley was moved by her too. She's really got the thing.
Wow. All right. I Googled, did ChatGPT, and did tell me Susie Bogguss fun facts. Okay. Now we've known each other 20 years, but there's a couple things here I don't know. So let's see. Let's see if it's true. Yes.
Okay.
Expert metalsmith.
Not expert.
But metalsmith? Yes. Okay. And used to design merch.
Yeah, I did. I did earrings and little things like that. I almost had some of mine on today, and I did jackets and stuff too. So I have a little background in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Kelly Sutton has a bedazzler, but that's not quite the same.
I
thing.
I bedazzle to this very day. I'm a bedazzler. I can't help it if if something isn't gonna show up on stage like I want it to, but I like the way it looks. I'm not above bedazzling.
Oh, all right. Can you still do that, or is it a skill that goes away?
The metalsmithing stuff, I mean, obviously you should keep it up because, I know the general stuff, and I have a teeny tiny little bench at my house that I can fix stuff with, for my acetylene torch, I just use a creme brulee thing. And it works pretty good. If you just, if you just have a jump ring that doesn't fit anymore, you can fix it right up. So maybe that's how I'll retire.
All right. Dollywood, a part of your early career.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I don't think I knew. I don't know how I didn't know that.
I don't know either. That was 1986, the first season that it was open.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's, I was dating Doug at the time, and he was driving over there, and I was driving over here on my day off, and it was fabulous. So, yeah, me and Carly Pierce are the ones that graduated the Dolly School.
Wow. Still, I love Dollywood.
I do too.
I mean, I'm a ride person, and they have great rides, but the food is great. And
that
so
atmosphere,
clean.
It's just got a great vibe. It really feels family centric,
Yeah. All right. Very cool. All right. And one other one. Well, this one I know is actually true, but I found it interesting too. Obviously, there are a lot of big country hits that you have had, but you have charted several times on the jazz charts with some interesting songs, which is kind of cool.
Well, first of all, I did a whole record with Ray Benson from Asleep at the Wheel, and so some of that stuff got on there. And then I did an album with a guy out of New York named Jason Miles, and I kind of just let him take me, and we, I wrote some of the songs, but I let him take the production, and it ended up being pretty jazzy.
Pretty cool.
So I got on the jazz chart.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I'd frame that. So, well, we're going to go to the Opry stage. Well, I think it's fair to say someone who would use the creme brulee to repair jewelry would be a woman who cooks. Here's Susie Bogguss.
I had this crazy idea, and I did a cookbook that's all soups. And so if you're going to make a cookbook, you got to write a song to go along with the cookbook, don't you think? So I'm going to get the Opry band back out here so we can do this little number for you. There's more than one way to cook, you know what I mean? My job is most gratifying with folks lined up right out the door for some savory sound satisfying, so sumptuous, scrumptious, for sure. Supper time, got a house full of hungry and a standing 3 deep at the bar. Me and the guys are dishing up the special tonight. Feeling fine, the band's still tuning and there's already tips in the jar. I'm a woman who cooks and you know I got the recipe right. Chop it, top it, dice it, stir it up, spice it, boil it, broil it, simmer down. Something in the oven you're gonna love and know what I'm talking about. Have a bite, hot off the griddle and a cold one to wash it all down. I'm a woman who cooks, cooking up a tasty sound. Chop it, top it, dice it, stir it up, spice it, boil it, broil it, simmer down. Something I've been saving, you're gonna crave it, I'm gonna spread it around. Friday night, we're serving up a session from the bitchin'est kitchen around. I'm a woman who cooks and you know I got the recipe down. All right, Randy. About Friday night, we're serving up a session from the bitchin'est kitchen around. I'm a woman who cooks and you know I got the recipe down. I'm a woman who cooks and you know I got the recipe down. Woo!
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Everyone, the other one, gather around, everyone. WSM.
Starting with one store in 1978, Boot Barn has become the largest Western and workwear retailer in the nation. Supporting those who feed, build, and protect America, we offer the largest selection of cowboy boots, work boots, Western wear, workwear, and outdoor gear. With over 500,000 pairs of boots and thousands of top-quality jeans and clothing, it's an honor to support the people who make our country so great. Boot Barn. Keep West.
Get ready, Middle Tennessee. The Nashville Flea Market is back this weekend at the Fairgrounds Nashville. Shop over 200 vendors, indoors and outdoors, rain or shine. Find antiques, vintage clothing, toys, baked goods, and so much more. Doors open Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free entry, just $10 cash for parking. Don't miss the best deals in town at the Nashville Flea Market, happening this weekend only at the Fairgrounds Nashville, the place to show and sell.
From the Simply Superior Studio, inside the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. U.S. Navy Secretary John Phelan has been fired. The Pentagon issued a statement Wednesday saying they were grateful for Phelan's service and wished him well in his future endeavors. The shakeup comes as the U.S. Navy is carrying out a naval blockade of Iranian ports during a ceasefire in the Iran war. Senate Republicans are moving forward with a budget resolution that would fund ICE. The GOP lawmakers used a process called budget reconciliation, which requires only a simple majority to fund immigration agencies with no need for Democratic support. A ride-sharing company wants to make its trip safer for women in New York. Daria Albinger.
Uber now allows female riders to request a female driver in New York City, hoping to bring peace of mind to women who use the ride-sharing service. It's not a guaranteed match, though. Uber says less than 20% of its drivers in the 5 boroughs and nationwide are women.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM Weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Sunshine returns again today. Temperatures in the 80s this afternoon and a little bit breezy. Tonight will fall down to the 50s and 60s for the overnight low. It's still a First Alert weather day for tomorrow. Now we'll have a few showers in the afternoon. The risk of a strong storm west of I-65 in the evening.
Well, we started the morning off in the mid-50s, and we have now reached 71 here in America's Music City. Quick check of sports, and the Braves keep winning. 7 of their last 8 in the victory column now after an 8-6 win over Washington, so a really good start if you're a Braves fan. The Mets finally won, ending their longest losing streak in 22 years, a 3-2 win over the Twins. They scored the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th. At Wrigley, the Cubs won their 8th in a row, handing the Phillies their 8th loss in a row with a 7-2 win. Yankees make it 2 in a row over Boston, 4-1. The Red Sox just 1 run in 18 innings against Yankees pitching. Charlotte beat Nashville 9-4 last night in AAA ball. They had 2 grand slams in that game. And in the NBA, the Pistons end a NBA record streak that they are very glad to end. They had lost an NBA record 11 straight playoff home games through the years, but they finally won one on their home court, beating the Orlando Magic 98-83. So that series is tied a game apiece. And Oklahoma City beat Phoenix 120-107, so the Thunder lead the Suns 2-0. SGA led the way with 37 points. And that's sports. I'm Charlie Matos. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody, on Circle Country or watching the live stream around the country and around the world. It's been fun hanging out for an hour with Susie Bogguss. She's going to stick around. We're going to do radio for an hour, so flip over to 650 AM or maybe the WSM radio app. Our buddy Charlie Worsham is going to come hang out with us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So, and he is at the Opry tonight as part of Opry Country Classics.
That's so cool.
Oh,
we played it earlier this morning. Isn't it great?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. He's got such a beautiful voice and such a great guitar player. Man.
CMA Musician of the Year a couple of years ago, too. So very cool. So that's tomorrow morning. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on radio in just about 10 seconds. See you later.